everybody. Welcome to the Redefine Me channel. Tasha's checking in with another video, and this video is going to be a review for Life After Lockup. Season 6, Episode 3, Ring and Run. If it's your first time joining me, go ahead and hit the like button. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel. And go ahead and comment in the comment section for the replay watchers and the live watchers. Let's get into this video, y'all. Baby, this episode had me confused. Like all of them had me looking like, what? Huh? It had me so confused, but we about to get into it, y'all. Let me make sure my camera is positioned right. Hold on, y'all. Let me make sure my camera is positioned right for y'all. Let me make sure it's the right lighting that I want, okay? I think I like this one. I always like this one on Sunday. It's a calmer lighting, okay? And we about to get into this review because it was a lot going on. Okay, so let's get started. Let's jump into it. Okay, so if I had to give this episode a rating on a scale of 1 to 10, I would rate this episode, I'm gonna give it a 9. This episode was pretty good as well. Now, Love After Lockup producers, they must be listening to us as the content creators, because Life After Lockup has been doing its big one. Like, it has been getting better each episode. Now, there are still some couples on here that I feel like need to go because they're boring and they don't have nothing going on. But baby, they have really been listening to the content creators because they've been doing a great job with these episodes. So I'm gonna give it a 9. Y'all let me know what y'all give it. If y'all thought it was a good episode, if y'all thought it wasn't a good episode, what y'all think about it, let me know in the comments. Okay, so let's jump into the first couple. Now, if I look down, y'all already know I take notes just to stay on track. You know, sometimes I might not even look at my book, but just to keep me on track in case I get off, then that's why I look down. All right, y'all, so let's get into, let me move my tripod back. What's going on? Ideas sharing. Welcome to the live. When y'all come in the room, go ahead and smash that like button. What's going on? I don't even know how to pronounce that. Beat him? I don't know. I'm neither one. All right, y'all, let's get started. So the first couple we're going to discuss, y'all, is Melissa and Louie, okay? Melissa and Louie, let's get them out of the way. So y'all already know Louie is ready to ask Melissa to marry him, okay? He's worked up enough courage. He's saved up enough money, and he is like, I'm ready to ask her to marry him. Even though Melissa went and made this hugely wild request to receive 2 carats for a ring. And I'm just like, girl, bye. Okay, 2 carats? I don't understand that. It's about you and him becoming one as a union, not about the carats of the ring. What's going on? What's up? Welcome to the room, everybody that's coming in. Go ahead and smash that thumbs up like button when you come in the room. What is this? If y'all see a little dot on my face, that's just some, a bump was there and it went away and now it left a mark. It's going to go away on its own. What's up, Kelly Dixon? Welcome to the live. We just getting started. We talk about Melissa and Louie. What's up, Vashil? I think that's how you pronounce your name. Go ahead and smash that like button on the way in the room, okay? So we get to the jewelry store. Louie is ready. He's ready. He brought his friends for moral support. He's hyped up. He's like, let's go do this. I'm ready to spend between $10,000 to $12,000 on this ring. He's excited, right? So when he gets to the counter, the jeweler is like, 2 carats? I could do that for a smooth $25K. Louie was like, wait a minute. Louie was like, say what? 25K, 25,000 American dollars? Louie was like, oh my goodness gracious. He was like, I cannot see spending that much on the ring. So Louie got like flustered. He was like, let me step outside. So he had to go outside. His friends had to talk to him, and they was just like, look, Louis, you know you ain't gotta spend that much money. Are you sure you ready? Whatever. Louis is like, this is the most money I've ever had in my whole life, and now I'm about to spend everything that I have on this ring for this woman, right? Now pause. I like Louis. I love Louis. I like his story. I love how he came out of prison and he got his life on track with the quickness. Okay. What I do not like is the fact that Melissa is making demands of this man who has just gotten out of jail not too long ago. Now he's doing well. However, why would you ask this man to buy you 2 carats of a ring that costs 20? I think 2 carats like 20,000 and up, probably like 20,000 and up, and you're asking him to spend this much money. Dummy, y'all have to live after the ring, okay? So instead of her saying, spend, whatever, I just want a really cute ring, spend whatever, and we can use the rest towards the wedding, she wants to make this high price demand on him. I said, Melissa don't care about this man, because after you buy the ring, you still gotta live, you still gotta pay rent, you still gotta get back and forth to work, you still gotta eat, you gotta do all of these things, right? But Melissa don't give a crap, okay? Because she just wants to have this flashy ring so that she can show up to her sisters, her father, and everybody else that comes into contact with her, okay? So Louis gets pep talk from his friends outside. He comes back in, right? And the salesman is like, okay, you ready? You good? You had your pep talk, and salesman got this lady behind him like, you can do it, working them up and stuff like that. So the salesman goes and says, you know what? I like you. So for you, I'm going to do something for you, okay? I'm going to go ahead and give you a discount, okay? So he says that, let me crunch some numbers, move some stuff around, see what I could do, right? So the man goes, he moves some stuff around, he crunches some numbers, he submits a number to Louis, and he says, this is what I can do. I can give it to you for 18K instead of 25K. I was like, Louis, don't do it. I said, it's some other rings in that case that is just as nice. Now, sidebar. I don't mean to show y'all my ring. I really don't. But since we talking about rings, let's do it, okay? My ring. My husband got this ring for me. This is my wedding ring and the band, okay? And I love my ring. It's absolutely beautiful. Every time somebody sees my ring, they're like, oh my God, I love your ring. It's rose gold. I absolutely love my ring. Even though my husband is saying that he wants to upgrade my ring once we get to a certain point in our marriage, I never want to upgrade this ring. I love it. I don't care about what carat it is or whatever. I don't care. I love this ring, right? And I know for a fact that my husband did spend some money on this ring. He really did. But it was not no daggone 18K. And I love this ring. So, and then you have to ask yourself this. 18K is just on the engagement ring. We ain't even getting into the band yet. So he still has to buy the band. How much is that going to be? Like, come on, Louis. Like, you don't have to spend everything you have to please this woman. I did not like this at all for him. I didn't like the fact these salespeople, they going to do what they got to do to make a sale, right? But Louis fell into the trap, okay? He ended up getting this ring, which I thought it was okay. It was, to me, it was a beautiful ring, don't get me wrong, but it wasn't nothing to be ooh and on and falling out over. So he brought the ring and he ends up spending $18,000 on this ring. I said, oh my goodness. You could have spent $4,000, Louis, maybe even $5,000, got a fire ring and used the rest of it towards the wedding and all of that or whatever. Because I'm pretty sure Melissa's going to want a ceremony, a dress, and all this stuff. And this man just dropped 18K. If I drop 18K on a ring, let me tell you something. You're going to have to pay for the whole wedding if you want a wedding. Better, yeah, we're going to the Justice of the Peace after this. We're not having a wedding if I just spent 18K on the ring. Who do you think I am, Rockefeller or something? I don't have money like that. But anyway, Louis did it. He brought the ring. We're going to see what happened on the next episode. Let's move on to the next couple, y'all. And the next couple is going to be Kim and Joey. Let's get them out of the way. Okay. Kim in the kitchen cooking, right? She cooking these nasty looking sausages. I was like, I don't want to eat no sausage out of Kim's kitchen, okay? Now, granted, they wasn't done yet, so we shall see. You know what I'm saying? So, anyway, she cooking breakfast and everything. Joey comes into the kitchen, and Joey is asking her, have you got the results? Yeah. Have you checked your email? Have you checked your mailbox? You haven't been paying attention. The results could be back in all of this. Because y'all know Joey is up here putting out a claim that he could be Cason's father, and so he wants to know what the results is. And Kim is like, Dag, it's only been like maybe a week or two. We don't have the results yet. Stop harassing me about these daggone paternity results, okay? Joey got on my nerves too, because when they was playing, Kason and his brother was playing, Joey goes and says, hey, Kason, you okay? See, Joey, what you not going to do is sit up here and try to treat Kason different from the other little boy. Because I peep game, okay? I know what you're trying to do. If it do come out that he's your son, you're going to single out this little boy Kason from his brother. And that is not okay, because that is going to cause a really traumatic childhood upbringing, and it's going to stem over into their adulthood. So you're not going to cause these children no traumatic stress over a storyline, because in my opinion, I do not believe that Kason is Joey's son, okay? These two are boring and they need a storyline, and so they got to roll with the fact that one of her sons might be his. I'm like, yeah, okay, Kim, miss me with that. So then they go outside, they talking. Kim up here talking about they still looking for this house. I don't understand that either. Joey don't even have a job. You already told us that you only make $15 an hour. So why are you up here looking for a house? Y'all ain't got no money saved up for the down payment. Y'all got two small kids. Like, give me a break, okay? So they outside up here talking about their real estate agent has showed them some houses, but not nothing that they love, okay? They pan over to a scene where they saw one of the houses. Joey was saying he don't like wood paneling. Now, I will say this. I'm one of the people, too. I do not like wood paneling in my house. I know there's some good houses that have them, and this is no shade to people who got wood paneling, but I just don't like wood paneling in my house. That's just what I'm saying. So, then they also show that it was rats in the sink, and so I was like, rats? I was like, that is nasty. Like, I don't want to see that, okay? And so that was one of the houses. And as the real estate agent, like, why would you even show somebody a house that had rats in the sink and all of that? So they was showing that part, okay? So she's up here telling Joey, look, it's time for you to go get a job, okay? Joey said the only thing he know how to do is HVAC. And he said he don't want to get under nobody's houses where it could be rats, snakes, 100,000 degrees and all this stuff. He don't want to do that. I'm like, Joey, beggars can't be choosy, okay? You need to go get a job, okay? If you got to get up under somebody's house, if you got to be hot, if you got to see a rat or two, it is what it is, okay? Because we need this money. Give me my money. We need that coming into this household, okay? So Joey then says, all right, let me go check out a job, okay? So they set Joey up with a job interview, okay? Because I doubt Joey went to research this company and actually applied to get a job interview because of the way he showed up to the job interview. Joey is ignorant, and Kim is further ignorant because why you didn't tell this man to dress the part? I hate seeing people that's going to a job interview coming in there with a t-shirt and some jeans on. If I'm the one that's doing the interviewing, I'm the employer, I'm not going to hire you if you cannot show up to a professional interview in a professional setting. Like, what is wrong with you, okay? So Joey showed up to the interview session with a black t-shirt on and some khaki pants and a hat on his head. He didn't even have enough respect to take the hat off his head, okay? So the interviewers asked him questions, telling him about the job, saying, you may have to be in 100-degree weather. People normally call us and say their air is not working, and we send out a technician. When he did air quotes on the technician part, he's probably saying they sent out somebody that they train to go check out these people air conditioning because they're not really certified HVAC, okay? He said you'll be starting with like $15 an hour. Yeah, $15 an hour, but then it will increase. So it will increase where you'll be making 70 to 100K. I think that's what the man said. Yeah, it'll increase to 70 to 100K a year. So he says, is that cool with you? Can you deal with that? So Joey is like, yeah, that'll work for me, and all of that. So I'm up here looking at it like, okay, the man about to offer him the job. So when the man gets to the point where he's like, it's going to be a background check that needs to be done, then Joey starts getting nervous, okay? He sits up here and says, oh boy. He says, listen, I just got out of jail. I got 2 kids at the house. I'm trying to provide for my family, all of this. He starts giving the man his humdrum story, right? And the man keeps it 100 with him, and his face changed. Already knew what was going to happen. I said, uh-oh. So the man says that, well, it's not up to me. It's up to the HR department to make these decisions, but I'm going to keep it real with you because of your past. They might say no. Excuse me. So Joey was like, okay. He was like, I don't have to do nothing in HVAC. I could do something else, work my way up. You know, he's trying to get a job and all of that. The interviewer says he would keep in touch. Whatever the outcome is with the background check, he'll call him back. Maybe they could find something else. Woo, woo, woo. Trying to give Joey some hope. I don't think that interviewer is going to call him back because of Joey's past. And then Joey lets us know that he wants a job where he can make $1,000 a week. I said, Joey, you just got out of jail, sir. What makes you think that you as a felon is going to find a job that's making $1,000 a week? I think not. You need to start small and work your way up, okay? You can't be sitting up here expecting to make that much money. He also let us know that he has not held down a real job since 2015. That's another strike. You ain't held down a job since 2015. So you're a felon, you ain't had a job in a while, and you want to come out and make $1K. Okay, Joey, let's move on to the next couple because he is tripping. Okay, let's go to Brittany and Key Rock. Okay, Brittany and Key Rock, they at the motel, okay? The crackhead ghetto motel in Richmond, Virginia that they have to stay at because they cannot go to Texas because Texas said, we don't want y'all. We ain't approving y'all until we get ready to approve y'all, okay? Brittany says she doesn't want to be at that motel. She said she went outside to the vending machine and she saw a crackhead asking a little boy for some money, okay? And she says she don't want to be there, okay? They've been there for 30 days so far, and hold on, y'all, let me get it. They've been at this hotel for 30 days, okay, so far. And the family is currently in Texas. So you got the family that's already in Texas, y'all, and they are still in Richmond, Virginia. Okay, so I don't know why this mom was overreacting, okay, if they were going to already go to Texas. Maybe she was overreacting because Key Rock wasn't going to be there. I don't know, okay. Key Rock also has a job in Texas, and Brittany is like, this is messed up because I don't want you to lose your job in Texas, okay. I don't know what kind of job is so willing to hold his employment while he figure out probation in Richmond, Virginia. I don't know what kind of job this is. Their segment had me really confused, and this is where it gets confusing, right? Okay, because we find out 4 days prior to this that Key Rock has got released from probation. Now, y'all remember that Key Rock's probation was not supposed to end until 2063. Y'all remember that? We remember hearing that, okay, when they was on the show last. Now, all of a sudden, he got released from probation. How, Sway? I believe he robbed some people and did all of this stuff. Like, they thought he was a threat to society so much that they gave him probation until 2063. Now, all of a sudden, you get released from probation, and Brittany hasn't been released from probation. So, Key Rock can go on to Texas and live his best life, okay? But Brittany has to stay in Richmond because she has not been released from probation. I do not understand that, okay? Brittany gives us her background. She tells us at 17 years old she was wilding out, which I already told y'all. I knew this was going to come out, okay? Because a lot of people was dragging her parents on social media talking about how could they put her out, how could they treat her this way and everything. And I always said that Brittany was a rebellious child. She was out here in these streets acting reckless, and her parents was like, no, we not doing that in our house, okay? We are a Catholic family. You can't be coming up in here doing what you want to do. So it's either our way or the highway, and I believe she chose the highway. So she lets us know that at 17, she was out here robbing people. Think about that for a minute, okay? Somebody's going about this. Do you know how much of a violation that is to get robbed okay? And you sitting up here on this TV talking about, we done did everything we supposed to do. I done paid everything. She starts a stupid crying. Why won't they let us go? Why would they let us live our life? The system is messed up. I said, Brittany, miss me with that, okay? Do I believe that somebody can move on and they don't have to be their past anymore? Yes, I do. But I also believe that your past sometimes come in your present, and you have to pay for some of the things you have done in your past. You have robbed people. Or imagine how the people felt when you're taking their possessions or breaking into their homes or whatever you was doing. Imagine how they felt having to lose precious things that they worked hard for. And now you want the daggone system to just release you so easily? No. Brittany has to pay restitution. And she said she has to pay $10,000 restitution. But all we've been seeing you doing is running back and forth through the love after lockup streets. So I ain't seen her going to no jobs or nothing. If it was me, I would be trying to get rid of the restitution as quickly as possible so that I can move on to Texas and go live my life. But don't sit up here and our face up here crying like we're supposed to feel sorry for you, because how did them people feel when you robbed them, okay? Now, granted, she got older, she moved on, she served her time. Bam. I'm not judging her on what her past was, but you do have a past, and you have to pay for the things that you did in your past, Brittany, so stop that crying. So, what else happened with them, child? Because it wasn't much. What else? She go and see her PO, okay? She's hoping that her PO will say, okay, you can go on and go to Texas. But the PO told her she cannot go to Texas, right? Said he would not know if she can go for another 45 days. So what Brittany has to do while she's still in Richmond, she has to move in with her aunt, because the address they had on file for her is not valid. It was probably Key Rock's mom's house, but y'all already know that the family done already moved to Texas, right? So she don't have that house no more. So now Brittany has to move in with her aunt for 45 days to show that she has stable residency, I guess. And then the PO says the aunt has to put her on the lease. Now, what I will say is that that's messed up of the PO to say that, because we already know apartments do not want felons renting from them. It is, if I don't even know how this is going to happen. How is the aunt going to put her on the lease because she's a felon? So yeah, I don't know. That's going to be really weird. So she started crying because of that. I can understand that part of it, because what if the leasing office where her aunt is says, no, you can't put your niece on here because she served time and we don't want her at our property because she's a felon. Now what happens? So I can understand her, feeling the way over that. So what else? That was it with them for real. We're going to see what happens with the whole Britney situation. Y'all already know that Key Rock is going to stay put until Brittany can get off of her parole. So let's move on to the next couple, which is going to be I'm gonna save them for last. Hold on, y'all. Let's get to Justine and Michael. Let's get to no. We're gonna get to Bianca and Daniel first. Because I'm about to read the mess out of Justine, okay? Bianca and Dan. Let's get Daniel. Let's get to them. Okay. So Daniel's family comes over to the apartment where Bianca and Daniel share, okay? So the family comes over there, they're seeing an apartment, they're saying it's nice and everything. I didn't like the fact that the family had to tour the bedroom. You know what I'm saying? Like, why you gotta look at the bedroom? I mean, I could see peeking your head in and saying, oh, okay, that's the bedroom, and moving on throughout the apartment. No, y'all gotta go in there. Oh, and somebody said, I think it was his cousin, said this is where the magic happens. And I was just like, what are y'all doing? Go on throughout the other parts of the apartment and get out the bedroom. Okay, so Daniel says that his mom wants to spend some time with him, okay? He says that because his parents, and I guess his cousin too, I don't know, but I know the parents don't live in Arizona. So Daniel is like, the mom wants some time with him. So he's going to go out with the mom, go shopping, the mom and dad, and Bianca is going to stay with his cousin. And what was his cousin's name? Robert, I think, something like that. So Bianca stays with the cousin. Now, Bianca says she don't mind staying with Daniel's cousin because they're around the same age. And I would have had a problem with that. I would have been like, I don't know your cousin. I don't want to be left around a male, okay? But Bianca's immature, so she doesn't really care. Because, yeah, that's not okay. That's not okay. Anything could have happened. Not saying his cousin is a creep. I'm just saying, if I don't know you and you're my man, do not leave me around people I don't know. I don't want to do that. No, that's not okay. So Daniel gets to Plato's closet, y'all. Okay, listen. Kelly says she really got on my nerves. Girl, listen, we gonna talk about it, okay? Because she got on mine too. They got to Plato's Closet. Let me tell y'all something for the people who don't know what Plato's Closet is, okay? Plato's Closet is a secondhand clothing store, okay? The clothes in Plato's Closet are name brand and up-to-date clothes. Now, don't hate on Plato's Closet, because they have some really nice stuff if you go to the right Plato's Closet, okay? Because people donate their gently worn clothes. They don't take everything. If you come up in there with a name brand thing, something, but it got a hole in it right here and a stain, they're not going to take it, okay? And so Plato's Closet, they also have name brand shoes, and the prices are lower. I go there all the time, but I only go to the one in the more upper echelon neighborhoods because they have better stuff. But I go there all the time and I get really good stuff. What's up, Tasha? Hey girl, that's okay. Thank you for joining the live. So Plato's Closet is everything. I love Plato's Closet. I shop there all the time. So that's where he went with his parents, right? Daniel was saying he hasn't brought clothes in so long, he don't even know what size he is, okay? So he had been there trying to figure out what size he needs, what he needs to buy, and everything. I was confused as to why the dad wasn't helping him with that. This is a man, you're a man, why don't you help him try to find his sizes? But I guess the producers wanted this moment with the mom. So Daniel sits up here, he looking at clothes with the mom. He reveals to the mom that he is thinking about asking Bianca to marry him. And I was just like, me and the mom was looking like, the mom says, well, why don't you wait, give it a year or what have you to see how she is and then ask her. And he's like, yeah, but I want to get her some type of ring to insinuate that it's going to be a promised mate to her. And I was like, yeah, okay, Daniel. So Daniel goes and further tells the mom before they go look in the ring section of Plato's Closet, which I don't understand why these participants always go to try to get a ring. You remember, what was his name? They got a ring out the gas station. Janomi and Red. Child, he got her a ring out the gas station. Now, he goes and gets her a ring from Plato's Closet that was probably like $10 or $12, okay? But you know what? The way Bianca acts, she's only worth $10 or $12 ring anyway, because she ain't got no daggone sense. And I'm going to tell y'all why in a minute. So the mom goes, she's still looking at clothes, and he tells the mom that they had sex and didn't use protection. And the mom again was looking like me. I was like, she said, well, that's dumb on your part. I said, get them together, mom. Because she was like, well, y'all can't be doing that. The mom was like, she needs to get on a pill. And Daniel was like, yeah, I know. Daniel was taking accountability. He was saying how he messed up, that was wrong, whatever, what have you. He was telling the mom, we ain't ready for that. She gonna take the plan B pill, blah, blah, blah. And the mom is like, okay, y'all need to be more careful, woo, woo, woo. Okay, fast forward, they get to the register, right? They go and look at the rings. They find this little circular little ring, okay, that they want to give to Bianca. Meanwhile, let's go over to the other side of town. Bianca and the cousin has decided to go to a place called Long Shots, okay? Soon as they sat down in the seat, Bianca's like, let me get a vodka and crayon. I was like, this girl's a freaking drunk. Soon as she sat down, she couldn't even sit down and get situated in the chair good before she put out her vodka and cranberry juice order, okay? So the cousin is sitting up there, at first he wanted to act all shy like he wasn't down for the cause, okay? But Bianca sweet talked him into getting drinks, okay? 30 minutes later, we see 4 glasses on the bar. Now, we could look at this 2 ways. I thought, number one, it was staged. I said, ain't no way they sucked down 4 vodka and cranberry juices in 30 minutes, okay? So I said, I think the producers put 20 on 10, and they put them glasses strategically staged on the bar to make it seem like that they sucked down all of that in 30 minutes. Yeah, right, Kelly. He was getting drunk too, okay? So they at the bar, right? And they up here sucking down these drinks. The cousin up here talking about some, we gotta make sure that we hide these before the family comes over here after they finish shopping and everything. Okay. So they sit at the bar and Bianca is like, well, I like to drink. I don't see nothing wrong with that. She's ignorant. Okay. So hold on, y'all. What we do. Okay. So the cousin asks her, what's their ETA? Look on the phone, see how long it's taking them to get here, right? And so the cousin is getting nervous because he don't want no smoke with the parents, Daniel, and all of this, okay? So I don't even know if she told him when they were coming, what the ETA was, or none of that, okay? So she's telling the cousin, she starts having this really inappropriate conversation with the cousin. I didn't understand that, okay? She is telling the cousin about their sex life. Why are you telling the cousin about the sex life? She talking about it's not that great, and I'm like, this is his cousin. Why are you saying this? She said his sex life ain't that great. He's lacking in that department, right? And hold on, y'all. Okay. So the cousin says, well, I ain't all that great in the sex department either. So I guess it run in the family. I don't know. But the cousin was like, I ain't all that great either in the sex department. So, it is what it is. She then reveals to the cousin that she has not taken the Plan B pill. She said because she got baby fever and she wants to have a baby. The cousin is telling her, like, do you think that's a good idea for you not to have taken the Plan B pill? Like, you are not ready to have a baby. So the cousin was drunk, but he wasn't that drunk, okay? He was able enough to know, aware enough to know that this is not okay, right? So, what else? He said Daniel don't even got a job. He ain't got no money. Bianca's like, I got money. I got money. And I'm like, this girl is an idiot. Okay. What else happened? So the family pulls up. Finally, the family gets to where they at. First of all, I don't know why the family was surprised when they came in there that Bianca was drinking. They were at a place called Long Shots. So right away, I would have been like, oh, they up in here drinking. You know what I'm saying? You don't go to Long Shots just to get water. You know what I'm saying? So they pull up. They at Long Shots. They at the bar. Bianca sees them coming and she's like, uh-oh. And they walk over and they're all looking at them like, you're drinking? Okay, let me tell you something. Let's pause right here. I don't know why this family keeps on dumbing down into her head, into her brain. Kelly says she want the cousin too. Do you think so? I don't know if she want the cousin. We gonna keep our good eye though on that one because this is Bianca we talking about. So I don't know. She might, but this family needs to cut it out. They need to cut it out. I understand the mom because she has lost a child, and I could only imagine, right, that is very traumatic. Something that you probably would never get over. Okay. But ma'am, you cannot control this woman on her drinking. No matter what y'all say, no matter how much y'all get in her face about it, she is comfortable doing this, even so much so around your son that has issues with alcohol. Now, Daniel needs to take accountability on choosing somebody who is willing to continue to drink even though he has made that clear that it is a trigger for him. So why would you want to be around somebody who's going to do something to trigger you into going back into addiction? I don't understand that. I understand the family has those concerns because they don't want him to relapse. However, mom of Daniel, you need to just say your piece. Say your piece to Bianca. You've said it several times. Now leave it alone. Give it to Jesus. Pray for your child and move on. Because you sitting up here worrying because she's saying she's leaving Arizona worried. Okay. Now you're going to drive yourself crazy, worrying, probably get yourself sick. You at your older age. You ain't got time for all of this. You need to just pray, give it to God, and pray that your children is going to do the right thing and make the right decisions. That's all you can do. You can't sit up here and keep on drilling into Bianca's head that she needs to stop doing what she's doing because she don't want to. Okay. What else happened? Family pulls up. And And then right before the family walked in, Bianca and the cousin took shots. Okay, they was getting it in with the drinking because the cousin in the confessionals was slurring and he was drunk. He was drunk. Bianca had got him drunk. That cousin was on one. Okay, what's up? Da, da, da. Okay, what we got? So he's saying Daniel was saying that he actually got locked up for drinking, and the mom is trying to figure out why Bianca would want to drink like this, even because she was involved in an accident because of drinking. And that is my sentiment too. I don't understand why she's drinking the way that she is when she actually almost lost her life over someone that was drunk driving and caused her to have an accident. He told Bianca, right, at the bar, he said, "What are you doing?" He said, "This is a trigger for me. I want to have a shot." And Bianca's like, "Well, have a shot." Daniel was like, "You know what? That was a test. That was a test to see if you would have my back or what you would say, and you failed the test." I said, "Because she doesn't care, Daniel. How, if this episode wasn't clear to Daniel and his family that this woman do not care about Daniel's sobriety, I don't know what's going to make them understand this, okay?" So he said she fails the test. He takes Bianca outside to talk to her, and she's like, "Give me a kiss. Give me a kiss." So I'm like, what is going on? He's like, "No, I don't want to kiss you because alcohol is a trigger for me, you goofy girl, okay? I don't want to taste the alcohol on your breath." But she's still talking about, "You don't want to kiss me? You don't want to kiss me?" She's very immature. She's very goofy. And even if, and this is why I say she's even more immature. Say that you are pregnant right now and you have not taken a Plan B or nothing. Say you are pregnant. You were downing them alcohol drinks as if you wasn't even pregnant, as if you was on spring break somewhere in Florida, okay? So that's why I say she don't care. She's very immature, and really she needs some type of intervention. Like she did. If I was Daniel, I would drop her. I would not have been buying no ring, trying to make no promise to her or none of that. What else happened? They went back in, and the father was telling her that she needs to take control. She needs to take control of what it is that she's doing because this is getting out of control with her drinking, okay? So we're gonna see what happens with them. Daniel needs to kick this girl to the curb. I do not understand why, oh why, he would get with somebody that has a drinking problem. Now, I'm not saying she an alcoholic, but she has a drinking problem. Oh, they get back to the house. This is the last part of it. So they get back to the house, the apartment, and Daniel is up here telling her that, what did he say to her? Hold on. I think I might have wrote it down. What he said. I might have. Okay, hold on. Okay. They get back to the apartment, right? They at the front door. She couldn't even open the door. That's how drunk she was. First of all, she couldn't drive home. The mom had to drive her home. How embarrassing in front of your man's parents that you got that drunk. So the mom had to drive home. They get to the apartment. She couldn't even open the door. She tells them, "Can you do this?" So Daniel has to open the door, right? They sit on the couch in the apartment, and she has this doesn't care face on. Probably half drunk, half doesn't care. He says, "This is a trigger for me with you drinking like this, being like this." And she said, "Well, that's your problem, buddy. I'm not making this up." That's exactly what she said. She said, "That's your problem, buddy." She does not care one way or another if this man falls off the wagon or if he doesn't. So Daniel says, "You know what? I'm going to sleep on the couch. You sleep in the bedroom." And she was just like, "Okay, girl, let me tell you something. Daniel, if you ever come across my live, I don't know if you will, drop her, drop her." Now, I haven't heard on the YouTube streets if they are still together or not. I hope not, because this young girl is immature and doesn't care about you, and she needs to go on to back where she came from, okay? But we're going to see what happened with them. Let's move on to the next couple, which is going to be Justina and Michael. Do I want to talk about them first? Hold up. Nah, let me get the Z and Troy. Let me get the Z and Troy. I'm gonna get them out the way because I gotta drag Justine, okay? And I need some time, okay? So Z and Troy, right? So she takes Troy to see the false prophet. Y'all know I call the freaking psychic the false prophet because, yeah, she's a worker of witchcraft and a work of the devil. And that's how I feel about psychics, okay? So she wants to know, ask Troy. The psychic is telling her, the false prophet is telling her that their relationship basically is going to have its ups and downs, roller coasters, and it ain't going to work and all this other stuff, doom and gloom. Z gets up, she walks out. Troy goes after her, okay? She asks Troy, are you cheating on her? She wants to know that one question, okay? She says, because you've been on the phone, you've been texting and all of this. He said that he's not cheating on her. And now he says he's not cheating on her. He says that she's the one that cheated. Okay, y'all know when he was locked up, she met a dude, she slept with the dude, she cheated on Troy. Now Troy is up here saying, now you trying to accuse me of cheating because you done cheated. And that's the way it kind of always goes, right? It's always the person that's doing the cheating that's accusing you of cheating, okay? So they go back into the false prophet, okay? And she is telling them that it's a past person that he was dealing with, okay? Now, everything that this false prophet is saying to them, the producers definitely have gave her all of the cliff notes because there ain't no way that she is going to sit up here and tell you everything that we're observing on the episode, okay? He kissed her face, yeah. And then before they went back in, he told her some, give me a kiss, and just going to kiss the side of her old prickly, bumpy face. I wouldn't have kissed her face because I would have been scared and my skin was going to break out. Right, that love. So they get back in there. She talking about it's a past person. She talking about some, and it's a lot of lessons y'all about to have to learn that's about to happen to y'all. She telling Troy that he has to learn how to respond to things and all of that. Okay, all the stuff that the producers probably told her. This lady is a false prophet. I do not believe her. Okay, so they leave from there. They get in the car. Z up here talking about I don't care what she was saying. Then why you go see her, Z? Okay, because you do care. That's why you've been acting like this since the episodes have started with Troy, all the way back from Love After Lockup, because you are hanging on to every word that this false prophet is telling you. Okay, so now they going over to her parents' house to eat, right? Let me just say this. Z's mom is so beautiful. Okay, she is so beautiful. Her skin, the clothing, the hair, everything. Z's mom is absolutely gorgeous older lady. Okay, very beautiful. Very beautiful. Her dad, on the other hand, now y'all can throw tomatoes. Y'all let me know if y'all sensing what I'm sensing. That dad is giving sassy. That dad is giving 2 snaps up and a twist. I don't know if y'all observing what I'm observing, but this man is giving sass, okay? I don't know why. That's just what I'm picking up. Kelly, you agree? Yes. Isn't he just a little bit... Because he's done several things on this show that makes me feel like he's a little... Tasha said she thought the same thing. Right. So I'm like, what is going on here? But anyway, we're going to get into it because I like the parents' response, okay, when they were at dinner, okay? So the parents, they come in because Z says we're going to go see the parents because they've been married 30 plus years. Maybe they can give them some pointers, okay? Z walk in the house. Troy wants to ring the doorbell even though the door was open. He was like, you just don't walk in people's house. Z like, this is my mom and dad's house. I could walk up in here. Whatever, okay? Dad told Troy, y'all need to come to church on Sunday, okay? And Troy is like, okay, because the dad gonna tell him, because what you put, what did he say to him? What you put in is what you should reap, or something he was trying to say to him. And Troy, the face, y'all gotta go back and watch this, how Troy was looking at him. He was like... Troy said, listen, I ain't grow up in church, okay? So I don't know all of that. All right. So, they sit down for dinner. They say the grace and everything like that. Mom asks Z, how's the job going? And asking Troy, how's it going to be working and all of that, right? So Z is saying her parents don't know about the financial issues and things like that. If I was Troy, I would have put it on blast at the table. I would have been like, it is good to be working if I could work. And then they would have been asking questions. Then I just would have laid it on the table, okay? So... Z is talking about they trying to get 50 kids, okay, to prove that the company is legit, okay? And I'm like, how y'all gonna do that? How y'all gonna have 50 people sign up for y'all program with their kids, ensuring that you all have a legit nonprofit? Z, you're crazy. Because she said if they could get that, then they could show the grant people that they could get the money that they need to save the building. Child, bye. I'm a mom. If I came across y'all nonprofit and all of the shenanigans going on, because all the people have to do is turn on the TV on Friday nights on WeTV and see all the crap that you're doing, I wouldn't sign my child up for nothing that y'all got going on. Okay? So then Z goes and tells her parents. She says she's been seeing a psychic for a year. And the dad was like, "You been seeing a what now?" The dad. The dad was like, "You been seeing a what?" That dad is giving. That dad is giving. So I'm just saying, or see them on live, absolutely. So that dad snapped his neck. He snapped his fingers. He said, "You been saying a what? What have you been saying?" Okay. She said a psychic for a year. And the mom straight up said, "Oh no, oh no." She said that is witchcraft. It's wicked. Now, this is where I did agree with her parents. Because I agree with everything that they said to her. The mom said it's witchcraft, it's wicked, and I do not believe that your life will be okay if you dabble into psychics and mediums and all that other stuff. Okay. Then the dad answered, and the dad said, "My life is in God's hands." And I said, "Give it to him, Bishop." He said, "My life is in God's hands." Okay. And he says when he baptized Z and everything, you know, he said, I believe that, you know, God was going, he spoke over Z's life and everything, and the mom is lifting her hands and everything, and they just believing in God is the orchestrator of your life. Okay, you don't need to go to no psychic, and I completely agree with that. Just like God is very much real, the devil is very much real too, and that world is very much real. But the thing is, when you play around with the devil and that side of that spiritual world, and you get up into that mess, you don't know what type of doors you could be opening up. Okay, and we see that in Z's life. Okay, look at what's happening to her, and she don't care what they said, because she goes and says she don't care what nobody says. She says that she believes that it's a mess going on, that it's a dark energy in her life. I said, duh, the psychic and the devil and that realm that you done open up. What you mean? That's why it's a dark energy. Look at your face. It's showing up on your daggone face. You know, so I just don't, I don't understand how this girl has been raised up in church by her parents, who has been in ministry for a long period of time, and she is up here participating in full-on witchcraft. I just do not understand this. Where did y'all drop the ball at, parents? That's what I'm trying to understand. Because your responses you gave to her was spot on. I agreed. But something has happened somewhere in ministry and raising her. Something, she got off track, okay? And she needs to get back on track, okay? Her and Troy, but primarily Z, because she was raised in church. Troy, in my opinion, gets a kind of a pass because he wasn't raised in church. But this girl knows the Bible, has been in ministry. Her parents are pastors, and I'm trying to understand how you have gone so far from the truth. It's just sad. It's sad to see. But anyway, y'all, that's all that happened with them. The parents gave her the right answer, because I was holding my breath. I was like, if these parents do not read her on this psychic, then they are not true people of God. Because my daughter couldn't have came to me and told me that either, because I would have been like, girl, what you mean you're going to go see a psychic? So you bound up in that witchcraft and this new age spirituality stuff that these people got going on. We don't do that. I didn't raise you that way. Now, you can tell your children all day long, right? They are adults, though. They're going to do what they're going to do, right? All you can do is at a certain point when your children reach a certain age is pray for them. You cannot make them do anything. You just have to believe that God is going to put his hand on their life and going to bring them out of the mess. And that's all her parents can really do, because Z, they know Z ain't right and she got some stuff going on. So let's move on to the last and final couple, y'all. Thank y'all for being here with me. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and smash that like button. Go ahead and subscribe to the Redefine Me channel, because we growing over here, okay? We trying to hit 1K subscribers by the end of the year. And I believe we can do it. We can definitely do it. So y'all go ahead and make sure y'all sharing this video. Make sure your notification button is on, and make sure you subscribe to the channel. All right, let's get to the last couple, which is going to be Justina and Michael, y'all. Strap on y'all seatbelts, because I'm about to drag the mess out of Justine. Justine got on my nerves so bad on this episode, and I'm about to get into it. So we open up them, right? Mike, after he done punched the wall, because y'all know Justina's son, Santana, and Mike Jr. was fighting, arguing, whatever. Santana threw his $1,500 iPhone, okay? Mike made sure he told us that last week, okay? And so Mike got mad. So Mike goes and take a walk, okay? He said he's mad for a lot of reasons. And I told y'all this on the last live, okay? He is mad because his rap career ain't work out the way he thought, right? He's mad because of Justina is having a high-risk pregnancy. He's mad because he got to work and he don't think he making enough money or what have you. He mad at his life. Like, he just mad about so many things, right? So he goes and takes a walk, okay? He comes back to the house. Justine is sitting there waiting for him. He tried to brush past her. She was like, nah, you ain't about to brush past me. We got to have a conversation. You just punched a hole in the drywall, and I'm trying to figure out what the heck is going on. So Mike is saying that these kids need to go to boot camp. Justine is saying they don't need to go to boot camp. They need to learn how to communicate with one another. Pause. Justine, you told us that your son is special needs, okay? For lack of better words, he is special needs. He has autism, okay? He needs to learn how to properly communicate. Is he in a program? What's up, Yuli girl? Hey, girl, hey. He needs to go to a program. Don't try to put your son on Mike's son and the rest of the kids because your son don't know how to communicate, okay? He has the problem. You told us that, right? So we see Mike, after he talked to Justina, he's going around the house taking TVs off the wall. I said, they got flat screen TVs in their room? I'm sorry. I don't know if it's just me. When I grew up, these kids are spoiled these days, because when I grew up, we did not have, did we have a TV in our room? We didn't have one at first, but eventually we had got one, and I think it was a hand-me-down from my mom because she got a new TV. So we didn't have a TV in our room, a phone in our room, and all this stuff. These kids, $1,500 iPhones, TVs mounted on the walls, they be having name brand clothes and tennis shoes. I'm like, what is going on? And none of them work. They're a bunch of little freeloaders. And then they think and have the audacity to think that they supposed to have these things. Excuse me? Excuse me? But anyway. So he took all the TVs off the wall, right? And Justina tells Mike that he needs to work on his anger. Now, one thing she did say that I agree with, right? Justine did say that how you gonna get mad at Santana for breaking his iPhone when you sat up here and punched a hole in the wall and broke your stuff? That don't make no sense. And I agree. You do have to lead by example, Mike, okay? But Justine, you also have to lead by example, okay? Yuli says, Justine, I don't respect Justine because how you asking your daughter. Girl, we about to get into who is a fresh to semi-independence to raise our children. Why you bugging? I had to buy my first phone. Yeah, we're going to talk about this because I'm about to drag Justina with her old goofy looking self. Okay, so, I do agree with what she said with that. He got to lead by example, okay? So then fast forward, Justine packs up that beautiful baby. Oh my gosh, that baby is so cute every time I see Manhattan. She's so, so cute, right? So she packs the baby up and she goes to see her oldest daughter, right? Her daughter is 19. She's at the University of Las Vegas. She's a freshman there, okay? They going to go look like they meeting up at a Starbucks or some type of smoothie place or whatever, right? She rolls up with the baby and just the daughter's like the baby looks cute and all of that, and she's so beautiful, everything like that, okay? Pin over to Mike. He is talking to his oldest daughter at the basketball court, trying to help her with her game or whatever, okay? um at the basketball court, Mike says that he feels bad because Mason and Nova, which is his two youngest children, are not able to move to Vegas because the moms was like, we ain't got it to do. We not letting you take our daughter to no Vegas with Justine. And I don't know why he thought that that was going to go over, because had my child's father came to me and said, hey, I want you to let me have my child and bring the let them live with me in Vegas, okay, I would have been like, you got me messed up. That's not happening, okay? So he is saying he feels guilty, okay, because they're not there in Vegas, right? But the oldest daughter of Mike says to us that she feels guilty because she feels like she abandoned. She says she feels like a neglectful parent. That is wild. Yuli says the baby is gorgeous, but how are y'all kids smarter than y'all? Absolutely. I don't understand. The daughter felt so bad. She felt like a neglectful parent because she's been there for Nova and Mason while Mike was locked up and while he was playing house with Justina. The daughter was there to make sure that her brother and sister was good. Where's the parents? This girl up here, she got to be like, what, 17? I think she's 17, maybe 18 by now. And she can't even live her life because she up here got to make sure that her little sister and brother's taken care of because the parents ain't ish. That is crazy work to me, okay? So now we pan back over to Justine talking to her oldest daughter. The oldest daughter did a confessional and she says, I'm so happy. Her face was so bright. She's such a pretty girl, right? She was like, I'm so happy. I'm a freshman at ULV. I'm just so excited to be here. I'm making all these friends. I'm having a great life. Like, she's having the time of her life. And Justine goes and says, well, I'm proud of you. You're doing things that I wish I could have done. I think she's living vicariously through her daughter, okay? Because Justine says in high school, the daughter was there. So I guess she had the baby, her daughter, when she was graduating high school or whatever. Right. Entire family dysfunctional. Absolutely. So the daughter, after she says this, right, Justine goes and tells the daughter some bull foolery mess, okay? Justine telling the daughter that her pregnancy is dangerous. Now, this girl just got finished saying she making all A's in school, she got friends, she love it, blah, 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 blah. Then here comes Justina with the doom and gloom. She gonna tell the daughter that her pregnancy is dangerous, it's high risk, okay? She is saying that she has to have a will in place. Okay. And the daughter is like, oh my gosh, it's really that bad. Justine is like, yes. And Justine is going to tell this daughter that I feel like that I would prefer for the children, her, Santana, and I think it's the other child. I don't know what the other child name is. She would prefer for her daughter, her 19-year-old daughter that's in college, to take the children if something happens to her, because she doesn't think that Mike is going to make the right decisions for her children. This is your husband, you idiot. Why did you marry this dude if you did not believe that he was going to do what was in the best interest of your children? Girl, Yuli says, don't Justine got a whole mom. But you gonna come to your night. This is why I say they get on my nerves, because they be doing stuff for a storyline. You gonna come to your 19-year-old daughter talking about something, if something go down, take the children, because I don't trust Mike will do what's in the best interest of my children. But you went and married this dude, and not only did you marry him, you end up having 2 babies back to back with him. But all of a sudden, you sitting up here saying, oh, I don't trust him to make the right decisions. It's your husband. If I said that to my daughter and my husband found out about it, I know that would have crushed him. Because when you become married to somebody, you're choosing a person that you want to do life with. There's no longer me and then my husband. We become one, okay? And if I cannot trust him to do what's in the best interest of my children or what's in the best interest of my finances and what have you, then why the heck am I married to the dude? That is crazy to me. The daughter looked at her like, The daughter's response was what I would have said too. Because she was like, I'm in college. For lack of better words, she said, I don't want them babies. That's y'all problem. Why I gotta sit up here and take them over? I love my brother and sister, but like, what the heck? Yeah, Yuli, like what? Like, what? Are you crazy? What else she says? She gonna tell the daughter that her and Mike, they can figure out the custody of the two kids that they have together, but she want the other kids to go with the 19-year-old. I said, you know what? I said, Justine, you are trash. You are a whole trash bucket to dump this on your 19-year-old daughter. She is a freshman. Now, I would have had the conversation that my pregnancy is high risk, but it would have stopped right there. I would not have then said, if something happens to me, I want you to take my children, because I don't trust my husband, the man that I married, the man that I share a bed with, the man that I share bills with, the man that I share children with, the man that I committed my life to. It was all gravy when he was about to be Montana Mills. But now that he just regular smuggler Michael, now all of a sudden I don't trust him. Get the heck out of here. She is the worst kind. The worst kind. And the daughter is sitting up there. Now imagine once the camera's cut. Now the daughter sit up here and she got to think about this, process this, and really realize that I might have to become a mother before I even want to if things go belly up with my mom. Like, that is horrible. As a mother of a 19-year-old, you should want your daughter to go off and live life and enjoy her college experience. You should want her to be better than you were. But I think Justina is a little bit jealous of her daughter. I think because her daughter has exceeded what Justina did, and so now she's jealous of her, and she wants to try to make her life not as bright because she didn't have that same experience. She giving us all that crap a couple of weeks ago about I would do what I have to do for my kids and crying and all that stuff, saying I put my kids first and blah, blah, blah. If you put your kids first, Justine, then you want to freaking set up here and dumped all that crap on your daughter, knowing that she got to go to school, do work and everything, and then you sit up here and dump all that on her. That is nasty work, Justina, and you need to be ashamed of yourself for doing something like that. I can't stand this lady. She, to me, is the worst one on the show. She worse than Bianca because at least Bianca is 23. She young and dumb. She's still trying to figure out life. Justine is what, 36? She closer to 40 than she is 30. She should freaking have enough sense to know that that is not okay. You try to sit up there and bring Manhattan. Even when she told the 19-year-old what she wanted to do, even the baby said, The baby was even saying like, girl, bye. Okay? And you, what the heck was that? My bad, y'all. I heard something. And you sitting up there doing that to this girl. That's just messed up. That's messed up, Justine. And I don't want to hear the producers did a bad edit of me, because you already know they always come out once a lot of other content creators drag the mess out of them. Then they come out a couple of weeks later or whatever and say, oh, it was a bad edit. It didn't really happen like this, blah, blah. No, bump that, okay? This was not no bad edit because you actually said these words out of your mouth, Justine. This is exactly what you want to happen. And imagine how Michael's going to feel when he finds out that you even said something like that. That would make me look at you totally different as my wife. Like, you don't trust me? You don't think I'm going to take care of your children? Like, seriously? Just saying. But anyway, y'all, let me get up off of here. That was the last couple. Let me make sure I ain't forget nobody. Hold on, y'all. That was some nasty work, child. I couldn't even. I think I got everybody. Yeah. All right, y'all. That is it for my review. That's my review for Life After Lockup Season 6, Episode 3. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and like this video. Comment in the comment section, replay watchers, which couple you thought is ridiculous. And go ahead and make sure you all have subscribed to the Redefine Me channel, okay? Tomorrow is Monday. We're going to do Motivational Monday. I'm going to come out with a short for y'all. And I'm also going to be reviewing Love is Blind on tomorrow. So I will be live on tomorrow around, I think about 6:30. I will be live and I will be doing the Love is Blind review. If you watch that show, it is on Netflix. Good night, Kelly Dixon. If you watch that show, it's on Netflix. Join me tomorrow live. I will let y'all know what's going on with these crazy couples. We're going to talk about that, okay? All right, y'all, so keep your ears to the streets. Make sure your notification button is on for the Redefine Me channel. And I will see y'all later. I love y'all so much. Thank y'all for joining me. Bye.